So many roads, so many goals, so many lives and stories still untold, all founded in the simple belief that we could do better, built on a total commitment of doing what really matters.
I was thrust in as a not first choice or second choice, but a third choice to be chair of the 1981 United Way campaign. And I didn't know what I was getting into, but I rapidly learned. United Way in Middle Tennessee at that time had been down for 3 straight years. It lost its place at the table among the not-for-profit charities as far as priorities for people's giving, and how do you turn that around?
Well, let me give you some real background. In the 1970s, our United Way here in Nashville was really facing a very difficult time. And in that same time frame, we were faced with a decade long of double-digit inflation. That's sort of the status that Tommy Frist found when he stepped in to chair the campaign in 1981.
I thought, well, maybe I could go to 5 or 6 individuals. If I would agree, along with these 5 or 6 others, to give $100,000 a year for 3 years, maybe we could start a leadership giving, which we ultimately set as a $10,000 floor as far as giving on an annual basis. And I made a fatal error. I should have asked for $200,000. I should have asked for 6 years. But I did get $50,000 apiece from 6 individuals or families for 3 years. That let us have some stability. And by the end of that first year, we had 25 others that were 10,000 plus givers.
My question was, who gives that in Nashville? His answer was, nobody with the name Frist has ever done it, but they're going to start.
Because the vision was so good and so grand and understandable because of the simplicity of it, that everybody bought in from the very beginning.
Fast forward 25 years, what now is called the Alexis to Tocqueville Society is raising some $6 million a year for our community.
The Alexis to Tocqueville Society has become a critical component of United Way's capacity to help people in our town. Members have become actively involved with our organization and have shaped, in large part, what we've become over the last 25 years.
25 years, merely the blink of an eye. Yet since its inception, this founding chapter of the Tocqueville Society has already given more than $72 million locally.
Well, it is an incredible amount of giving, but I think that the astounding thing to me is to look back and to see what the founding of the Tocqueville Society here in Nashville has done for the nation as a whole.
We have become the benchmark for literally hundreds of other communities throughout the United States who have followed our lead. And this past year in 2004, nationally there were some 23,000 $10,000 plus givers, giving at the rate of some $475 million a year.
I'd label it the Frist factor. What Tommy brings is energy, execution, and enthusiasm. He was basically the catalyst to the national movement, and he crisscrossed this country and chaired that effort for the next 4 or 5 years and basically laid the foundation of the 24,000 membership that we talk about today.
What he did here is just a typical credit to what one man's vision, who is dedicated to doing what he thinks should be done, can create.
What Alexis de Tocqueville saw, all that was great about the United States, almost 200 years ago when he wrote about the spirit of entrepreneurship, the desire to give back, the willingness to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty to make something successful. Those are all hallmarks of the members of our Alexis de Tocqueville Society and now the society around the country.
Well, I think old Alexis de Tocqueville in the 1820s captured the essence of our society, the culture that says we care about others, particularly in times of need.
Ultimately, it all comes down to people. Hearts touched, lives transformed.
As a child growing up in North Nashville in a housing development, things could have been totally different. I could have been a statistic.
We know that over time, that if we are to be a community in a larger sense, that means sharing the resources that are available to all of us in the community. I found out that I've always gotten a lot more out of it than I've ever given. And the rewards that people get out of leadership, whether it's through the Tocqueville Society or any of the other United Way efforts, are much greater than the time and the finances that they've spent.
Well, I give because I think it's something I need to do. I get great satisfaction out of being able to help others. And if I can help someone else to achieve some of the goals they want to achieve or to make their life a little bit easier, providing medical care, providing daycare, assistance for the aged, I think that's something that we all should strive for, and I really enjoy having that opportunity.
We're making a difference. Yes, there are heart-breaking, heart-wrenching stories at the local level, wonderful stories. The big story is the millions of lives that we're changing for the better. We're giving people opportunities, a new chance, a second chance.
As we look back, we must look on to the future, pressing the question, where do we go from here?
Well, I would say for my parents' generation, thank you very much for what you've done for the community. Thank you for what you've done for the United Way. We hope that you remember us in your bequest. But the younger generation, it's time for us to step up and carry our weight.
If younger people are exposed to the concept of leadership giving at the de Tocqueville level and the impact that that can have on their communities, they will respond positively if they're asked.
It's pretty easy for me to do that because I have done it with my own children. And it will only be better by you getting involved and taking the resources that you have and invest it in the greater good of the community.
Well, I think it's incumbent on all of us who have been in a leadership position in it over the 25-year period to pass along our commitment to the United Way to our families and other people in the community that have the ability to support it. Tell them what the community needs are, how they can help solve those needs, and in doing that, what great satisfaction can come into their lives by providing service to those in need.
Showing the results, showing how individual lives have been changed, how conditions have changed that cause problems to begin with. And young philanthropists, that will resonate with them just as well as it resonated with philanthropists back in 1981.
The past reveals our door to the future. Creativity, energy, passion. The Tocqueville Society has proven time and time again that all things are possible if we approach the challenge in a united way.
I think there's a unique, simple goodness to United Way.
It's powerful. It's fun. It makes you feel good.
It's been a grand and glorious 25 years.
To me, it's been one of the most satisfying things in my life.
While there are many worthwhile charitable things that all of us in the Tocqueville Society are involved in, important to this community, this is the one that we can go to bed, put a head down on the pillow at night and feel very good about.
On behalf of thousands of people who have been helped by United Way as a result of your generosity, your leadership, your vision, thank you very much. We're very, very grateful for that, for all that you have done, for all that you have accomplished.
This is a flash right now from Steve Riven saying it's a slam dunk, it's in the bag, $6 million, 300 members for Alexis de Tocqueville in 2005. Way to go, Steve. Why are you such an underachiever?